everyone's future grant winners, Black women in grants, grant gamers, wherever you're watching this. Listen, final days are here as far as the talk to the tick. If you're listening to this and TikTok is still around, come join us on the Black Women in Grants TikTok channel, okay? It's very interesting days here. But anyway, come and join us, hanging out, and let's chat about your business and grants. Come on in, say hello. Let's chat before TikTok goes. Ciao. Lord have mercy. So anyway, I'm excited to be here, excited to share with you. I'm going to let TikTok do its thing, get y'all in the room. Come in and say hello. If you can hear me, come in and say hello. And let me know you can hear me. Hi, Christina. Hi, Mama, baby. I was reading as baby mama. Hey, girl. Welcome, y'all. Hi, Queen, Jeanette, and Janice. Welcome, Black women. This is for Black women with for-profit small businesses. Those of you who want to win grants for your business. We're doing some of our final TikTok lives before the app goes away. You know, fingers, toes, eyes crossed that they'll let it stay around. But just in case, this is my first and or last time talking to y'all on this platform. Hey, y'all. Let's chat about grants. Come on in. Let me know where you're listening from. Where are you in the world? I'm here in Hotlanta, Georgia. We had snow a few days ago. It's finally getting into the melting phases. Everybody's at home sad about TikTok potentially being taken away this Sunday. So my regular TikTok lives for the last 2 years has been Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. with y'all. This final week, I've been phoning it in, honey. I've been sleeping through my alarm on purpose, coming on here, hanging out with y'all later so that I can hang out longer. So come in and say hello. Let me know that you can hear me. And let me know where you're watching from. We're going to enjoy. We're going to go out with a bang, right? So this is specifically for Black women with for-profit small businesses. Those of you who would like to find, apply for, and win grants. After TikTok, we'll be on YouTube Live. So just look for Black Women in Grants on TikTok Live. Mika says, I've been here with you for over a year. I've even got a grant. Mika! Congratulations. Which grant did you get? Please tell me more. I would love to know more. See, that's why y'all got to stay in touch. And y'all be going to get that money disappearing. I love when you come back and share your wins. Tell me all about it. So exciting. Now I know my work was not in vain. Lord have mercy. It's been a journey. So yeah, we got started here back in May of 2023. But I think I started going live a little bit after that. I wrote a book called Finding Funding. I'll tell y'all more about that, but I wanted to chat. I'm trying to see how to make my comments bigger. I don't know what I be clicking on. It was a grant for ALS because you are a care provider. Mika, can you forward me that? Let me celebrate with you. We have a club that we keep y'all in. And then I share your testimonials. So can you email me your win, or at least give me your first and last name and I can look you up and screenshot your stuff. Either way, I would just love to hear more. And congratulations. How much did you win, Mika? Let me know. Y'all over here getting rich. Ain't nobody told me nothing. Hold on. I was reading somebody else's comment. My comments are really small today. I don't know why. What I did. I seen you won $1,500. And when was this? I gotta Mika, can you come on the live and chat with me real quick? I want to hear about this. Can you do like an audio? You don't have to get on video, but I'm very nosy. So I want to know. So come talk to us, Mika. What a great way to go out for TikTok. Celebrating some grant winners. Make these people believers that there is money available for your business. I've been telling y'all for 2 years. Mika done came and Got all the money. Mika! I'm so excited. Hold on, let me bring you on here. I was not planning on this, but here we go. Let me see if I can find you. Mika, can you send an invite request? I don't see you on our list of viewers. Oh, yes, I do. There you go. It's in one word. Okay. Just accept it and let's chat, Mika. That's what we're doing now? Well, Mika!
Hello.
Hey, girl.
How are you, beautiful?
So excited for you. Tell us about this grant. When did you win it?
Well, I got it. It was over a year ago now. It was right after I started following you. I purchased the book and started following you, and came across this grant in with the ALS Association here in Georgia. And they only give the grant out once a year, and I did everything I needed to do and hopped on board and was blessed.
Makeup. Now, what does ALS stand for? Let me make sure I'm
It's the Lou Gehrig's disease.
Lou Gehrig. Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
look more into it. I'm not too familiar. I'm making sure I'm
hmm
understanding the abbreviations.
hmm
So, wow.
I was excited about it too, and it's something that they don't do it every year, but that being able to get that grant opened other doors. So now I'm trying to hold on, my mom. Now I'm trying to get a vehicle to house my mother's wheelchair.
Okay, so about a year ago, why we ain't seen you since then, ma'am?
I've been taking care of mama.
Hey, mama. So you've been
hmm
booked and busy. So about a year ago, you won $1,500 from ALS, which is the Lou
Association
Gehrig
of Georgia.
Association. That's the part. So you're in Georgia with me. I'm in
I am.
Atlanta.
I'm in the suburbs down south in of Atlanta, still metro area.
Wow. Okay, and I'm in the hood.
I'm
So
out in Henry County.
you and Henry, you right down the street from me, babes.
Mhm.
Right down the street. I'm
Mhm.
over in the near the airport. So
Okay. Okay.
yes, how cool is it? And there are a lot of us here in Atlanta. So I love to hear that you guys are local with me because we're about to start doing some offline events. So we're gonna mobilize our movement. I got an office space, but it's up in Buckhead, so we got to drive a little bit. But we're gonna be hanging out offline. I would love to bring some of our local grant winners to the space to chat with future grant winners.
Yes, ma'am. I
Um,
will be happy to come and join you on this adventure. Yes.
Mika,
I'm
do you
not
get
afraid.
my? Go ahead.
I'm not afraid to drive. Buckhead's
Oh,
not
good.
far.
Okay, okay. So, yeah, it takes me about an hour to get there, but I go on the
mhm.
weekends when traffic has
Mhm.
died down. So you just get ready. That's what I was going to ask you. Do you get our emails? Because I shared a little bit about that in our emails.
Um, Probably.
Uh-oh. That happens. Every time I bring somebody live, it goes out. Let's wait a minute and hopefully. Mika, can you hear me?
I can hear you, no problem.
Okay, it went out for some reason. Go ahead.
But I was saying, I don't check emails like I usually used to do when I was working. I had my phone with me all the time, but now that I'm home with mom 24/7, I don't just check my emails like I used to when I was in the workforce.
I understand. When you get a minute, just email me something. Just put hey, and I'll know to add you to our invite list because we now have over the last year uh, accumulated 500 of you guys in our mentorship,
Yes, ma'am.
and
Yes,
so
ma'am.
we
And I
only have
have a
space for about 12 of y'all. So there is definitely a wait list, but I would love for you to be on head of the list as one of the winners so that we can hear from you here locally.
Yes, ma'am. And like you said, any events that you want to do, I'm your girl. I can help you do local. If you want to travel out, I also do event planning. So whatever you need, I'm here.
All right, Miss Mick, you better send me that email so we don't
I'm
forget
sure.
now.
Trust me, I will. I'm a what I'm gonna have to look up. I have it in my thread. I'm pretty sure because I even purchased the book.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna go through my database while you're here and double check that I got you. Tell us more though. How did it feel to win a grant? Like, did you go in believing you could get a grant, or you was like, let me see? Like,
Listen,
when
Listen, the way I was raised, you have to claim it to receive it. Okay, so yes, ma'am, I
Okay.
went in claiming it. I sure did.
I know that's right. How did you find it?
Research, like you were saying, just go out. There is so much to find, and I got specific, how you said in the book, typing in these exact words, and I was like, I wonder if they have some stuff for ALS. So I just localized it and got my wording together, like you said in the book, and that's what popped up, and I joined.
Mika, I'm so excited for you.
No, thank you.
So tell me, can you get first and last name on here? Or are you
I can.
okay? Go ahead.
My name is Tameka Barber.
T-A
Tameka. Barber, like barbershop.
Barber. Hold on, I'm looking you up, girl. Tameka Barber. Is that what you put in when you got the book? Or did you put in like a somebody else's name on the card or anything? Uh-oh, it keep going out. What is TikTok doing to us?
Not wanting us to be great.
Right. Okay, hold on. Oh, I missed the A. Hold on, let me see. There her go. Okay, I got you. I got you right here. But this shows that you're in the mentorship though. You're in the mentorship?
Uh huh.
Where you ma'am.
I know. Don't shoot me. I'm working in the background. I don't have a lot
Okay.
of time. Listen, I have. I quit working. I used to work for CCPS, and I left there to be a full time provider. Well, a stay at home mom and a provider for my mother in law. We moved her in with us when she got the disease.
Well, okay, so it's you and hubby.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, a family affair. Okay, so Lord, my brain is going a mile a minute. TikTok leaving, you jump in with the news, you're local.
I just want you to
Jesus.
know that you are a gem. You are blessing women, and I am here to give my testimony.
Well, let's talk more about your testimony. So, because you said you went in with faith, but a lot of people are like, well, can I do this? Can I win? But you actually took action on it. Like that
Take
is very
action.
rare.
And
There's
here's
been
the thing, it's work. You
right.
have to put in the work. If you want the money, you got to put in the work. That's the thing. Whatever they ask you to do it. And of course, what I had to do was provide documentation that I'm here and her schedule, little simple stuff that I do anyway. I just had to I had to put it in a spreadsheet and send it over to them to document how many
Oh
hours
yeah.
that I'm working for her, and they sent me a check for 1,500.
And was it a simple process, or did they like? Do you feel like,
Simple
dang,
as
why they
pie.
keep?
I literally had to get a document. They gave me a document. I had to get it signed by her doctor and notifying that I am her caregiver, and had to show like I had to get a spreadsheet showing the time that I'm with her, and they paid me for that time. It was that simple. A spreadsheet is all I had to send them.
Wow,
A
because
spreadsheet.
thousands, and as I mentioned, I've been on here since 2023. Thousands of people have been on here. Very few take action, and even less than that come back and tell us that they want some. So I appreciate you sharing that. What made you take action though? What was
You,
like, I'm
when
gonna
I got on the joint your mentorship program, I got what I needed, and you gave it to me, coach, and I went off and did the work. That's the part. People, a lot of people, they join, but they sit back and like, it ain't working for me. But you have to put in the work. You have to do whatever they ask you to do, and it's not a problem.
and so you won after reading the book or after doing some of the mentorship. Tell me more.
I read your book, and I'm actually, what I wanted to do was open a business, but it's kind of hard being home. She's declining, so I'm home now, like all day, every day. Someone has to be in the house with her. But just so that gives me a lot of time to read and do the work. You see what I'm saying? Going into the.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, what would you tell somebody that's kind of like, because we have a lot of note takers too, like people pop in and be nosy, take notes, collect free information, but they don't do anything with it.
It's simple. All you have to do is do the work. Go in, and whatever they're asking you to do, don't just buy the book and sit on it. You got some real gems in the book.
Wow.
Ladies, I'm telling you, men, whoever in the room with us, this is the real deal.
Wow. I'm so excited. What else? what am I forgetting just out of excitement? What else do you want to like share with people, especially with TikTok going away? Like some people thinking, "Oh, I can just come back later, you'll be here." But we are literally on a countdown. So what would
Literally.
you say?
Just really, ladies, get the book and do the work. Page by page, whatever. I have a nice little book, a tablet that I use, and everybody know this little stencil pad is mine. And flip through it. Okay, check. Okay, check. Just the notes that you use. Don't just take the notes. Go back and use them. That's the thing. To use the book, use the notes, and you will get the grant.
Oh, I love that. That's like a mic drop. And you said that it was simple for you because a lot of people say, "Is it hard to win a grant? How long does it take to win a grant?" So you said you submitted a document, your spreadsheet. They sent you the check. Were you like, "That was easy"?
It was, I promise you, within a month. A month is all it took. The work that I had to do to send them over the spreadsheet and everything, not even a month. It was within the same month.
Wow. So you so you came on the live, you joined us in the mentorship, you read the book, you went and did the research that I show you how to do, found
Correct.
a grant, applied and won all within 30
Correct.
days.
I got the grant up to what I was looking for. There's so many grants out there. I specifically went in looking for the situation that I had in front of me, which was need some help with my mother, and I was able to find it. Yes, ma'am.
I love that. So have you been looking for more or were you just like, "Oh, okay."
No, ma'am. I've been looking for more. I actually, starting my friend, a friend of mine. She just retired, and she's starting a nonprofit, and she's doing it through the school system because I told you I worked with CCPS. So she's doing she's starting. She has a board and everything where she is actually going in and being a spokesman for teachers, not the parents, not the PTA, but actually being there and getting supplies in the teacher's hands and not coming through the school. So I'm helping her with that process now.
Oh, how cool is that? We have another grant winner. She's won about $29,000. She did the same thing. She got them supplies for a
Yes.
classroom.
Yes.
Wow. And that's what I try to share, especially with men. We recently started, speaking to our brothers who come on the live, like, what about men? What about black men? It's not that we're leaving y'all out. This is a safe space for black women to go learn first. And one thing I know we do is bring that information home, help
Yes.
other people. And as a
Yes.
result, men,
No
other
gatekeeping
cultures,
over here. No gatekeeping.
yes, we're
Hmm.
helping.
And
Bringing
I
this.
appreciate you. Yes.
Yeah.
Because without you in the book, the strategy book, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
I love it. Now you got people asking where the book. The book is over at blackwomeningrants.com, y'all. When you come join us in the mentorship, that's what Meek is in. We're gonna call her Meek today.
I'm telling
That's
you, get the book before TikTok is gone. And are you on YouTube? We will meet you over there. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we're gonna be Black Women in Grants on YouTube. I was just thinking about that earlier. Getting all of y'all over there, child. It's 76,000 of y'all now. When we started, it was 400, and now it's 76,000. God is so good.
Yes, he is. He
And
is
I'm like,
amazing.
now, Lord, how you gonna let me get this far? As far as I've been on any social media, then they going away. So I know that just means He got greater for us on other
Yes,
channels.
ma'am.
Amen.
Yes,
Gotta
ma'am.
be. So, what's one thing that winning your $1,500 grant, the first one, what is it helping you accomplish? Like, what is something that you could share with us that you like use some of the money for, or what goal it helped you to meet as a result of your win?
I actually, the money that I did get, I ordered supplies for my mother. So I was able to stockpile her formula and her tubing because she's tube fed. So I was able to stockpile those supplies, which on average runs us about $1,200 a month.
Oh my
So, needless
goodness.
to say, I'm about January. I actually, before I jumped on TikTok, the ALS lady, since then, she was like, the grant will be opening up in February. I just want to let you know, and I will be applying.
Oh, I love it. So you can apply again.
Yes.
Oh, Meek, that is amazing. We're definitely going to have to chat more. As I mentioned, we're going to be featuring some of our grant winners. I'm going to share this with some of our future grant winners. We started doing a round of the program that's live for 12 weeks, and I'm going through the program with y'all to make sure people finish. reading the book, watching the videos, implementing the information, like you said, because that's the most important part.
Mm-hmm.
So when you got like your congratulations, was it like an email or a letter in the mail?
It was a phone call that my check was being cut and mailed.
Oh, girl, I love it. And how did you feel? Like, what is the first thing you did when you found out you won?
Was like, okay, look at God.
Look
Okay,
at God.
that's it.
I love it. And what did can mom understand what was happening? Like, did you share with her?
I did, but she's nonverbal now.
Okay.
But she's excited.
Girl, like, I'm trying not to cry. So, how did, like, we got some people that just joined, they're coming mid conversation, and let's catch them up. So, you came to, I'm sure, several of our live sessions here on TikTok over the years. Now, we
Listen,
can say,
I have a timer set on my phone. I'm with you all every Friday.
oh, I love it. And so, how did my live session help you in the grant application process? That person that's like doing the same thing that you did before you won, they're showing up here today, maybe for the first time.
I'm telling you, it is so easy. All you have to do is just apply the notes and the knowledge that is in the book. All you have to do is act. When we get take it the next step, taking the notes, reading the book is fine and dandy, but the knowledge is not going anywhere when it's in your head. You have to apply. You have to get out and do the work. That's all it is to it. It's just doing the work, and it wasn't hard at all.
I love it. And thank you for saying that because that's the first thing people say. And then they still want a cheat code to the cheat code to the. I'm like, girl, this is as simple as I can make it.
The next step is for me to come do it for you, but I can't do it. Like you
Okay.
said, you got 76,000 people in your on your team now. It's hard to try to do the work for everybody. Just I'm telling you.
Man. So, what's one key takeaway or piece of advice from my live that made the biggest difference? If you can recall some of your notes.
Listen, the what for me is getting specific, like you said, with those what you're looking for, the keywords you want to look for. Type in Black women grants. Those keywords really help. Put
Yep.
in our searching tool that I know we don't not going to say, but we all know the person, the little name with the two wiggly eyes, ain't the googly eyes. Uh-huh.
I love it. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and doing that search, getting specific, but also, like you mentioned, if you don't know what to say on the applications, if you don't know how to apply, even a specific list ain't gonna help.
Mm-mm.
So you gotta know what to do. Did you use any specific strategies or templates or tips from the book in your application? I know you use the search terms. You got the list and anything else that pop up.
It once I started putting in specifically what I was looking for, which was for the ALS. It opened up a whole new world for me in finding
Wow.
stuff. So it and I was able, once I got onto that page in that cluster of information, the support and grants, everything just started coming out.
Yeah.
So
And
by going through just looking, strategizing, using your strategy that you suggest, that's how I was able to find the one for the wheelchair. We got a wheelchair now. I'm trying to get a vehicle to carry the wheelchair. That's my next. That's
oh,
what I'm working on now.
okay. I
Mm-hmm.
love that. And it's so specific. I
Mm-hmm.
love that. Because some people would just generalize, I need a truck, I need a car, I need a
Mm-mm.
van.
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, get specific, the year, make, and model, how much, but I love that
Yes.
you know what function you need it to have. And that's
Mm-hmm.
making it even clearer. So what motivated you to go from the live to applying for the grant after watching the live? Like what was like, okay, I can do this, I got this,
Well, I was
I'm
just like, let
empowered.
me see if it's really this easy. Let me see if I put in the work and it's really this easy. And lo and behold, it really was.
It really was. And
Hmm.
how did you approach the grant application differently this time compared to like before? Like, had you ever tried to get a grant or just, wondered about that process or maybe even heard somebody talk about how hard it was or whatever? Like, What did you feel like you did differently?
I actually followed through. That was it. I did the work and followed through. It's really that simple. Seriously.
Yeah, and did you feel
Following through and doing the work. That was the simple as I can put it.
did any challenges come up for you during the application process? Did you get like stuck or get frustrated on anything?
None whatsoever.
I love that. I really hope that like all the applications are like that for you in the future. Like hopefully this wasn't the only time that it's going to be a breeze. I love how quick you said it was a 30-day process and before you know it, before the end of the month, you
Mm-hmm.
already knew that the check was cut and on the way cuz they gave you that phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, what would you say to other Black women entrepreneurs or if they're applying for grants for other things like you who are kind of hesitant applying for those grants? What would you say?
Don't be hesitant. Just follow through. That's
Just
it.
follow
It's so
through.
simple. Follow through.
Oh, I love this so much. I'm excited that you're gonna keep going. And so your next step is finding the van that will hold the wheelchair. Any other big goals that a grant might can help you accomplish? I'm gonna be on the lookout for you as well now that I know exactly what you're looking for. Uh-oh. It's gone out again. If y'all got questions, chat, go ahead and put them in the chat. We're about to let Mika go. Um, user, my lives have been random this week, child. I've been playing hooky, but I'm here now. So ask any questions y'all have for our grant winner, Mika. She's on the line. If TikTok will let her be great. Multi guest use. Okay. I think it dropped her on accident. Mika, we are so proud of you, girl. Congratulations. She won $1,500 from an ALS grant to help her mother in law, who she cares for, along with her hubby. They won within a 30-day time frame. She said it was super easy. And she took the information that I share with you guys here on the live. Y'all want to hear some of the secrets that Mika know that y'all need to know if you want to start winning grants. And by the way, Mika's, I looked in our database and she's one of our scholarship winners. So she got a scholarship to go through my mentorship, her and 500 other ladies. Over the last 2 years, I've been able to bless 500 ladies with a scholarship to come join us in my year-long mentorship. So Mika joined, oh, I need to get her joined. I think it said 2023 around the summertime. She joined us. She read my book called Finding Funding. And this is my first time chatting with her, meeting her, hearing that she won. She's in my program, but so are 499 other ladies. So you have to come out of the woodworks and say something for me to kind of grasp hold of who you are and what you're applying for a grant for. But put the word secrets in the chat if you want to hear some of the secrets that I share with Mika in the mentorship. And if you want to claim one of the scholarships, you can come join us as well for only $97 for a full year. It's over at blackwomeningrants.com. I'm going to make sure that I include the clips of Mika's interview. I'm making a note to download all of my TikToks before they go away, all of our lives. And make sure that those of you who come and share. Mika, if you want to come back on, if you're back, we can bring you back. I didn't want to take up too much of your time. And I know TikTok being funny acting, but we were just chatting through just her success as one of our grant winners. Now, now six of our recent grant winners have won a collective total of $250,000 over the last 6 months, y'all. So this is super exciting. It's over at blackwomeningrants.com. I do have a couple scholarships available for those of you who want to come join us and get in for the $97 like Meek did. One-time payment, year-long access. And we have Klarna, we have Afterpay, and we have Affirm. I had a few more questions for you, Mika. If you want to come back, just send an invite, or I can, let me see if it'll show you back again. Yeah. So if you got more time to chat with us, Mika, you can come back. If not, no stress, girl. Can you hear me?
I'm here.
Okay, girl. It's TikToker, so it does it every time I bring someone live, and it only happens to be our scholarship or our grant winners that they be dropping on and off. Um,
That's because they trying to gatekeep. That's why.
Girl, but God is good now. We
Yes,
know who
he
we
is.
serve, right?
That's it.
So I forgot what we were talking about, but I wanted to ask what one thing you wish that you knew earlier about applying for grants before you applied for the $1,500 one that you won.
It's not even as what I wish I would have known earlier. I wish I would have acted earlier.
Okay.
It's that simple because everything that I had to do to get the grant is stuff that I was already doing. And besides filling out the paperwork, but we all are used to filling out paperwork. That's just part of what we do as adults. So it was no problem at all. I'm like, I wish I would have done this sooner.
Ain't that true? Because we
Mhm.
do be filling out stuff already.
Mhm.
That is
Mhm.
so true. So, how can I continue supporting you and some of our future grant seekers in achieving similar success? Like, what's something that you could use my help with?
Just continue to be the beautiful gem that you are, and keep dropping these nuggets. And I'm going to follow you on whatever platform they push us to. I'm
Right.
following you because you are an angel in disguise. You are just doing the Lord's work. Really, you are. You're putting it out there plain and simple for everyone, front and center in one book. And literally, all you have to do is take the knowledge that's in that book and act on it. Everyone's situation is different, but they're all going to have the same outcome. If you do the work, you're going to be successful, and you're going to get a grant or two or three or 20 or 29, however many grants you want to apply for. They're yours. Like you said, the money is out there. We just have to apply for them.
I love it. And any additional resources or topics or live sessions you'd like to see from me, either on TikTok before they go or in our future YouTube together?
um Actually, you know what? I'm singing for you. You're going to move up, and you're going to have a radio station, like because the knowledge that you have is going to be bigger than any platform that you're going to be on, because you really have some gems. And I love that you are local, because I want to get from behind this technology and put foot to ground here in Atlanta or wherever we are needed, and getting this knowledge out there. Like, you're going to be doing seminars, and I'm gonna be right there with you, testimony driving you to where you need to go.
Come on, transportation. I love a good
Okay.
chauffeur now. I got to sit in the front though because I get car sick. So I'm just
It's
letting you
no
know that.
problem. It's no problem.
I love it. And let it be the car we go in with a grant. Let me get in the grant
Listen,
car. Okay.
listen. That's what we're gonna be riding in. Yes, ma'am. With mama's chair and everything.
I love it. Come bring mama. Come on. We got a story to tell.
Yes.
So would you be willing to share your story and your testimonial with my community more in the future?
Of course.
I love this. And so we can definitely look forward to collaborating, inspiring others, sharing your journey in some future things I got already planned out up our sleeve. So,
Yes, ma'am.
um, what was the last thing I wanted to ask? Anything you want to ask me since this is our first time meeting and chatting?
No, I love you for who you are and who you are becoming. I'm thankful for finding you on the Tickety Talk, and I'm forever grateful to you for that.
I love it. And just the secret, the more times you read the book, I'm gonna say it like this. Everyone who has told me they read the book more than once has won way more than they ever expected to win in grants.
I can believe it.
So if you got, and now we have an app. Did you do it with the app or did you read along with it?
I just read it along with it. I didn't read do the app. I will be finding the app. Is it the same as Black Women in Grants? Is that the app as well?
No, just email me. I'll send you an updated copy of our welcome packet. We got some new bonuses since you joined, I'm sure. But I'm
Okay.
happy to give those to you as just my gift, as my thanks for coming out the woodworks and speaking up today and saying something. This was such a nice surprise.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm working now, looking for some grants to send my babies to school. That's what I'm working on now for
That
this
is
school year.
amazing. I love it because now you can treat like applying for grants as like your business, your part time hustle, additional
Listen,
revenue. I love
Listen, because I'm about to put two kids into private school using grants. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I love this. So please keep me posted. Make Auntie proud, okay? We
Yes,
claiming
ma'am.
everybody.
Yes,
This is a
ma'am. I
family.
sure will.
Before we go, anybody in the chat got any questions for Mika? She's one of our most recent come out the woodwork. Say something about having won a grant after all these years on TikTok. Anybody got a question for Mika? I know somebody asked you earlier. Let's see. They asked about I think they were talking about the grant agency that gave it to you, but you mentioned it was ALS.
The ALS Association of Georgia.
Association of Georgia. Got it. And I think that's it. Y'all better type quick. So Mama Money, Mika is a winner of a $1,500 grant, thanks to being one of our Black women in grants here on TikTok. And because we're getting ready to wrap up this TikTok era, I guess, as of this weekend, I was just jumping on to basically say my goodbyes, help a few more people before we go dark, and then we'll be over on YouTube. Just look for the Black Women in Grants channel. And then some of you guys will win a scholarship to come join us today in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. So before Mika goes, I was trying to give y'all a chance to ask her any questions if you have them. So those of you who have been listening, if not, no worries. Mika, any final words before you go?
Do the work, ladies. You got the notes, you got the book. Use that information and do the work. It's that simple. Do the work. Fill out that paperwork, and literally, it's that simple.
I love this so much. I'm going to definitely share your testimonial with more ladies who weren't on here. I've been trying to play with different times. I'm usually live at 11, but people told me, they be at work, they be sneaking. So I was like, let me play with different times, if nothing else, before TikTok goes away. So thank you again for being here, for trusting the process, for being along the journey. You've been quiet until today. Thank you for finally saying something and just making my day. I can't even explain how excited I am.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that your work that you were doing was not in vain, and I thank you for being simply who you are.
Thank you, Miss Mika. I'll be in touch most definitely about our future events and your role in this, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, girl. Have a great day and congratulations again.
Thank you so much. And
All
keep
righty.
doing, keep pushing.
Thank you. Bye bye. Wow, what a phenomenal surprise. So I jumped on here to chat with y'all just to be accountable to myself because I'm supposed to go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11. But this last week, I've been chilling hard. I was like, Lord, TikTok ain't gonna make me overwork trying to do everything at the last minute before they go. But we do have a website. It's over at blackwomeningrants.com. Blackwomeningrants.com is where Mika is. It's where she was able to download a copy of my book called Finding Funding, all about how to find and secure debt-free non-traditional funding for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business. And so there are about 500 ladies in our mentorship program over at blackwomeningrants.com, and they are finding, applying for, and winning grants for their business. It's as simple as that. Like she kept saying, it's all about just doing the work, but you need to know what work to do and how to do it. And so that's what the mentorship walks you through, how to properly ask for money and win it as a Black woman with a for-profit small business. Because a lot of people think you got to be nonprofit to win grants. Not true. And as you can see, these skills are transferable. So we work with Black women with businesses, but we've had people who join the mentorship to help their kids win scholarships because the skills are transferable. Same thing. Like Mika said, we're already applying for stuff. Grants are the same way. It's an application. We don't write grants. We don't submit proposals. We simply apply for grants. And some of them are as simple as one page. And they just ask a series of questions about your business, and you see how transferable it is. And, there are other reasons to apply for grants. And so once you get the basic skills for how to find them, how to apply for them, and what to say on the application, you'll be surprised how simple the process is. I've seen grants as short as 2 questions. It just means you really got to have your stuff together as you answer those questions. You got to have an application that really is going to stand out among all the others. And so I teach you what that should look like. I give you my examples. One of our mentees yesterday told me she was really grateful that I share a literal copy of an application I submitted and won a grant. And you get to see what I said, how they grade us, because they do grade our applications, why they gave me the grant, what they said in the application about why they gave it to me. And then you get to see my score and what these essays should be looking like, etc. So feel free to ask any questions if you guys have the grants. If you guys have any questions about grants. I was trying to get our total count it ain't final count. Sunday I guess will be our final count, but how many people have joined the mentorship program over at blackwomenandgrants.com since we've been on TikTok the last almost 2 years. It's probably the longest job I ever had in my life. But listen, let me see. You said we stops me sometimes is they want you to pay a fee, so to pay all those fees and not even get it. You can't think like that, Charlotte. So here's how I think about paying for grants. The ones that I've applied for have had like a $10 fee, a $15 fee, a $19 fee, and a $35 fee. They're very few and far between if they're legit. Now, yeah, you'll see a lot of scams that ask you to pay. But when you know what to look out for, you ain't worried about getting scammed. We have a whole section in the mentorship. It's 25 signs of a scam. And it keeps you from falling for that trap. Okay. But there are also legit opportunities. One of the most legit ones I ran across on accident had a $25 application fee. But they also, in their frequently asked questions, put their phone number. Now, I'm a call you, girl. I'm a like, let's get on the phone and talk. Y'all see, I just asked me, do she want to come on and talk to me? I called, and we sat on the phone for an hour. And at the end, when I told her about Black Women in Grants and being here on TikTok, and 76,000 of y'all are here, and some of you may have an issue with paying her fee, she said, well, tell them to just email me and we'll waive the fee. Let them know to drop your name, that you sent them, and we're happy to waive the fee. And that right there told me all I needed to know, that this was a legit opportunity. This is a live person, put her number on the web, called me, texted me, we talked for an hour, and she's willing to waive the fee. What I love about legit opportunities like that is that they're taking the fee. And I asked her, because I took a poll for questions y'all wanted me to ask her as a grant check writer. And that was one, what if we can't pay the fee? And so that's why I asked her. And so she was happy to waive that fee, but she also explained that she's just speaking for her. So let's keep this in mind and just help her to set the tone for future grants you might see with an application fee. She said, we take the fees, I hire a team. That's how we pay our team to grade the grants. Remember, I just said my grant was graded. I share a copy of my application with my grade. Somebody had to grade it. These are live humans that she had to pay. Also, what's left is what is pooled together for her grant. I think it was for $5,000. And so you got $5,000 that got to come out of that. You got the team, the $5,000 for the grant has to come out of that. The team getting paid has to come out of that. And so that was a great way to help us to understand where some of this money goes and maybe ease the sorrow of, man, why I got to pay for all this? Woe is me. So I love knowing that somebody's going to get the money. Somebody's business is going to get the money. It could be mine, but it's also paying for a team to look at my application. Now, there are also some grants that when you pay the fee, they'll give you feedback. Not really, it shouldn't be in exchange for the fee, but it should be a bonus. They'll give you feedback on your application. You can't get feedback on your business idea if it's grantable for $25 nowhere else. So that's like free coaching. That's how I look at it. So $25, you get feedback on how to make your application better for next time. Like y'all heard Mika say, you can go apply again. So maybe you take that feedback from 1 year, apply it again for the next year, have a better grant opportunity, a better chance of standing out, and they see your consistency in applying. Like Mika said, they told her, hey, applications are about to open again, go apply again, and you stand a better chance. They remembered her as their winner from the year before. But also some of these paid application fee grant opportunities come with bonus resources. So they'll say, by the way, here's another list of grants for you to go out and look for while you're waiting on our decision. By the way, here's some blogs or some articles or some videos that we've done to help you learn about us, grants, and how to win in the future. So when you're looking at what's the benefit, what are the additional value that come out of this, that should help you make a decision as to whether or not you want to pay that fee. That's one of the ways that you're going to determine whether that grant is legit or not as well. You said you just had this grant website call you and said they were taking their 35V down to 20. That could be a scam too, but I don't know what grant it was, so let me not speak too soon. So be careful. Because it's not even about the fee, and it's not, they shouldn't be selling you on the idea to pay them that fee. They should just say, here's the fee, it is what it is, and come apply. You know, there's some workaround. It ain't no hustle, discount, sign up now, join today. So just be careful, okay? Because you don't want to get got. But as I mentioned in our mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com, we train you on the signs of a scam and making sure that you know what to look for, what to look out for, but more importantly, what to look forward to when you do run into the legit grants that may or may not have an application fee attached. And as you win, after you win, what you can really look out for, which is like winning again. So hopefully this is helping. Y'all got any other questions for me? Let me know. And we can talk more about that. I got one of our TikToks. Y'all better go watch it before they take it down. But one of our latest TikToks is about that with the application fee as well. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Dr. AJ Austin. I've won over $1 million in grants and grant funded opportunities. And I share what I know with you. Hi, why that girl? Welcome back. Where you been, girl? Good to see you. So Mika was just on here chatting with us. We're going to share her bonus interview with some of our future grant winners over at blackwomeningrants.com. We have 5 interviews we've done recently. One was with Ashley Rankin. She's won $29,000 so far. She has a skincare line. She won $10,000 from the L'Oreal Beauty Inclusive Grant. She won $5,000 from Etsy. And then there's Deanna Joy, who I mentioned. She read the book 3 times. She's won $86,000 so far and also been selected as a finalist in $1 million grant opportunity. There is Selena, who's won $15,000 for a back to school grant for her community. So that's what I mentioned. When we as Black women learn how to do something or something works for us, we bring that knowledge back to the hood and we help our community. That's what it's all about. And that's really our secret to standing out and winning grants. We call that your social impact. And your social impact is all about how you impact your community, how you literally bring the money home, what you do with it to make your hood a better place. And when I say hood, I'm talking about your neighborhood. I'm in the hood too. Okay. So I share all that because that's the secret to winning. A lot of people want to know how to stand out. What should I say on the application? Where can I find grants? How do I know this is legit? Should I pay? What grants do you recommend? Can my business win a grant? Do I qualify? Are they legit? This mentorship answers all of your questions. So in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com, you can select to come join us for only $97 for a full year. That's what Mika did. So you get access to the program for a year. It doesn't take a year to go through the program. Like she said, she just read the book, and the book is 1/100th of the information that's in the program. And she won her first $1,500 in 30 days. And on average, our Black women with for-profit small businesses that are in our mentorship called The Grant Game over at blackwomeningrants.com, when they go through the whole program or when they read the book multiple times, on average, they win a minimum of $5,000 within their first 90 days. So Mika's already on track. She got the first $1,500 in 30 days. So if you've ever asked yourself, how long does it take to win a grant? Now you know. What other questions can I answer for those of you just joining us? I'm happy to drop some of the secrets that are in our mentorship. Just put secrets in the chat. Hello, Tay. Tay, you just missed Mika. She jumped in here and surprised us. She just won $1,500 from her first grant. So Tay is a swim instructor in New York. She helps little black and brown kids prevent drowning. Tay won $5,200 live on stage in two small business pitch competitions. Hey, Tay. Look at Ashley. She's like, hey, Tay. We got another Ashley in the house. So that's how that works. And Tay won hers within about a 30-day time frame as well. She was here on the lives. I got to tell you business, Tay. Okay. She was here on the lives with us like you guys are. She was learning what I was teaching as well. And when she finally did what I told her to do, she got selected as a finalist for a small business pitch competition. So they flew her from where you at, say New York. I'm trying to put everybody in Georgia now. She flew from New York to Florida, courtesy of the grant. She got put up in a hotel, pitched her business, fed her good, left with $5,000, y'all. The whole big old jumbo check. And came back home $5,000 richer. It worked. And it took us about 30 days to get her across that stage with that check in her hand. So it's very possible. She said I was hard-headed at first, but Dr. H got me right. That's my job. I do my job very well, according to y'all. I've been called a purpose pusher. I'm like, dang, I'm pushing people. Okay, well, some people say they need a kick in the pants. I don't think I'll be kicking nobody, but I do be lovingly encouraging you to go do what I told you to do. Go do your homework. And it works. This literally pays off when you do the work. So I'm excited. So with TikTok potentially going away this week, y'all, I had to jump on and get a live in, get it out of my system. I feel better having talked to Mika and hear her success, and now Tay's on here. This is proof, y'all. These are live people. They're real. They stay in touch. They're still in our community. Mika's here in Georgia with me. Tay trying to fly back to Atlanta soon. So we're going to see her again soon. Many of y'all will meet me in our office space. I haven't been out in like a week. I need to go get my money's worth because I realize the less I go, the more expensive every visit is. So I got to go get my visit in for the week to make myself feel better about driving an hour to sit in this gorgeous, y'all, this office space is so nice. It's like something off of Pinterest, right, Tay? I shared live video with Tay and our other Ashley, who has won $29K. And so they'll be back here this spring to graduate. They're in my mini mastermind, and they are becoming masters of this grant game. They done got so good, they be tricking me. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on now. Don't be using my knowledge to trick me now, in a good way, in a very good way. I'm very impressed. So Tay, Ashley, and several other ladies are mastering what we call the grant game, because it is a game. You got to know how to play. You got to know the rules. You got to know what to look out for. Otherwise, you'll spend years trying to figure this out yourself. But I'm happy to give you a shortcut, my cheat code, because it's possible. So I'm so excited. We got some live grant winners on here with us that are in our mentorship. Tay said, lovingly kicking us. It's all good, Tay. I'm not abusive, I don't think. Touche says, I took a grant writing certification class, but I don't feel comfortable writing them. That's because that's for nonprofits. You don't have to be certified to write a grant, but we don't write grants in the for-profit space. We simply apply. So the fact that you paid, you took a class and still don't feel comfortable shows that they was comfortable taking your money, though. I mean, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Ashley said, I'm coming too. Come join us over at blackwomenandgrants.com. So we got let me get my numbers. Hold on. Let me concentrate while I do this. Talk to y'all. So we have over 500 now ladies in our mentorship. My Pinterestable office space can only hold 12 of y'all. I got the meeting room reserved in the office space, and it only holds 12 people at a time. Can you imagine trying to pick 12 people to come hang out with me live here in Atlanta out of 500 that I know at least a third of y'all want to come to Atlanta? Now, we could book out the space and just have a party. I think that holds like a couple hundred people. But the part that I've reserved already, because I'm new to the space, I'm trying to like get my feet wet, 15, 12 to 15 is our max. So we got a waiting list, and only those of you who are in our mentorship will get these private invites to come hang out. And then people like Tay, like Ashley, we got a couple more people. Mika's one of them now. they get like immediate priority because they are at another level. They have won grants. So wouldn't you say that someone who has financially invested in themselves, learned the information to go apply for grants, and have actually won grants deserve a spotlight? We got a seat at the table waiting for them. Mike's ready and all. So come and join us over at blackwomeningrants.com when you join our mentorship. Now, there are 2 options to join me today. We just had a call last night. We are doing a live round of my mentorship. Now, the mentorship, you get a year's access to all the information, the ebook. There's an app that'll read the book to you, so you can follow along. No excuses. We ain't waiting for you to sit down, open the book, and start reading line by line, word for word, bar for bar. We got an app that'll do that. Then there are videos that you can watch of replays of events that I've done, trainings that really dive into the secrets to winning the grants. And then when you go out and implement this information, plus join me live on Zoom at 7 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday for the next 9 weeks. Oh, you have no chance or no choice but to go win a grant after this. Amen? You said I'm not abusive, just rough. Okay, I'll take rough. I can accept that. I'm assertive. I'm going to assert my dominance to tell you to go do your homework. Okay. Some people need that though, Tay. That's accountability. We call that hand holding, believing with you. My coach said, do you believe in your clients? I said, no, but I believe with them. I can't believe for you, but I can believe with you. And if I got to drag you, that's believing with you. Come on, girl. You said you want to win a grant for you. So there's that. You said game. I wanted to share the grant game has helped me win games in other areas of life too. Ashley, are you in the mentorship? Let me know. We have multiple Ashleys and multiple Felicias. We decided that this week when I was trying to find one of y'all in the database. I'm having to look it up. And let us know. Let's talk more about that. And you can come on live and talk with me as well. I mean, TikTok going away, so why be so formal, right? Aren't we proud of Mika, Tay? Girl. She said, thank you, Tay. I am one of those who need it. Thank you, Tay. Nigga says Hendrix. Let me see who I missed. Drag me along. Ain't that Ashley Rankin? Ashley Rankin is not Ashley Bloom. So it's two different Ashleys. Unless, oh, Ashley, is that you? This is a different picture. That's why I didn't recognize it. But looking closer, yes. Ashley Rankin. Thank you, Tay. Y'all know I be struggling with glasses on. I thought that was a whole nother Ashley, child. I'm having 2 different conversations. So, that is Ashley Rankin. Snuck on here. I did not. Hey, Ashley Rankin. I didn't know that was her. You know, I'm thinking it's a whole other person named Ashley. Ashley Rankin. I'm just waking up from a nap too, y'all. So work with me. What other questions y'all got for me? I was supposed to share some of the secrets with you guys that is in the mentorship. And I'm trying to think. We talked about some of them. We talked about social impact. That's one of the secrets. Who is this that told me they wanted the secrets earlier? I know you've been waiting patiently, so thank you, girl. I'm being yapping today. Touche says she wanted to know, and Charlotte wanted to know. So yes, your social impact, how you're helping your community is one of the secrets. Aligning. So Mika talked about that a little bit about like what she needed the grant for. She went out and found a grant specifically for that thing. And that is alignment. And so applying for grants that you know you qualify for is another way to align your business. And then finally, knowing your numbers, knowing your business model, like how you make money and how the grant can help you continue to make money, reach more people. So we use a 3-part formula called ASK or ASK. And it's because we're asking for the money, asking for the grant, asking to win, asking to be selected or chosen. That's our 3-part formula. So the A is for align, the S is for strategy, and the K is for knowledge, meaning knowledge of your numbers. And so when you do all those 3 things every time you apply for grant, you stand a greater chance of winning that grant. So y'all can ask me more about the secrets if you would like me to dive into it. And I'm happy to help. That's what I jumped on here to talk about. And then me and Mika started talking about her win. So I wanted to hear more. We need to hear more. I knew it was more Black women in our crew. Out of 500 ladies, it's way more money. We're probably closer to 1 million, at least 500,000 in wins over the last year or so with me being here with y'all on TikTok. But as I mentioned, y'all go win and disappear. Come back slowly but surely. Now that TikTok is going away, I'm going to be seeing some more testimonials, I'm sure, in the next few days. But that's what that's about. So if you want my help, if you're interested, if you want me to, as Tay says, kick you in the pants, be a little rough with you, really, I think I'm encouraging you lovingly, getting on your nerves every day. Did you do your homework? Where your work? I'm reminding you of your work. Submit your work. Do the work. You should ask D at the end. Mika says you should add D to the end of ask. The D stands for do the work. I love it. Perfect. My coach is saying to make it a 5-step process, so we're going to have to find a way to put the D in there. We might need to do like asked, because you asked for the money. I like that, Mika. I'm going to keep that in mind. I've got to rework that in there. The E got to stand for something. What's the E mean? And then we got to make it do what it do. Love it. Y'all got any other questions? Let me know. I need to go for my little evening walk. It looks nice outside. I saw my crazy neighbor with the neighborhood cat on a leash, y'all. Please pray for her. This cat is a stray cat. We've been over here for 4 years. And she done went and bought a leash to put that cat on. I feel so bad for that cat. So just pray for Hammer the cat, okay? Girl, I looked out my window. I was like, what is she doing? Got the cat on a leash, child. I ain't even gonna say nothing else. Just pray. Love when I see folks walking their cat. It's not her cat. This cat was literally, so we had a neighbor across the street that saw a random cat one day that was hungry, and she started feeding him, but then she moved away and left him to us. We inherited the cat as far as just make sure he eats. He's not a house cat. He don't like to be bothered. He like me because I leave him alone. So you can see his little paw prints and fur on my front porch. He's been on my, I don't even know what you call it, little place to sit. But yeah, she done captured him. Put him on a leash. She be capturing him, taking him to the vet too. So listen. I don't know. We're gonna pray for him and the cat though, okay? What other questions y'all got about grants? Y'all want to talk? If y'all got time, we could talk more about the secrets. But y'all let me know. Do I need to stay awake, or is it nap time? Or do I need to go for my walk? Or go find some food. That's always an option. So if you have questions, let me know. Talk about pitches? We can. What's your question about pitches? Tameka stands Hendrix. Let me know. If you're just joining us, let me know you're new here. Put new in the chat. Welcome. It's been a minute since we just kind of had a yapping session. So trying to hang out with y'all a little bit. I usually get on here, handle business, and get off. Anyone here need help with finding, applying for, or winning grants? And willing to do the work that Mika is telling you gotta do? Let me know. Because I can show you where to go get started. Explain the difference between a pitch and a regular grant. You want to come on and talk to me, Tay? So I can make sure I understand your question? Okay, let me say it right. Soroya says, I'm trying to figure out where to get started getting funds for my biz, I got you. Pitch competition versus... I don't think I understand your question, Tay. I want to make sure I understand it. So if you want to come talk to me, we can do that. Or if you want to... I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, I know the difference, but I want to make sure I'm answering like you are asking it. Are you just asking what's the difference between a pitch competition and a grant application? And are you asking from Tameka, the small business pitch competition winner standpoint, or are you asking for somebody who's never pitched or never applied for the grant? Was that a swim meet yesterday? So your voice is now. Oh, I understand. So ask me your question. Ask me the question again, because I know you said, can we talk about pitches? First, explain. Okay, explain the difference between a pitch. So a pitch is when you got 2 minutes live on stage in front of a studio audience to tell the audience about your business in hopes of winning some funding in those 2 minutes. You may have 60 seconds. So you have to tell them who you are, what you do, why you do it, who you do it for, and why they should let you win, all in a matter of seconds. And then you can walk away with the prize. And so there's certain things they look for in a pitch. They call it your slide deck. It's really like a PowerPoint presentation with every slide is different. Some pitches allow you to have your slide deck. Some don't. So you may have to memorize that information, as you're familiar with, Tay. Or you have to plan on memorizing just in case technology doesn't work. Or you forget to use the tech. You got to know what you're talking about and get it out within a limited time. Versus a regular grant application for your business. Take all the time you need up until the deadline of when the applications close. So Mika mentioned how the grant she won for ALS was telling her applications are now open again. So they're going to open for a certain amount of time, then they're going to close. You can take all the time you need to sit and fill out this information to talk about your business. Same information, what you do, who you do it for, why you do it, why you need the grant, etc. They're also going to want to know, as I mentioned earlier, about your funding model. How are you making money in your business? How is the grant going to help you accomplish your goal, and why they should give it to you? And so the shortest time I've seen a regular small business grant application take is 5 minutes. The longest I have taken is 8 hours. And that's because I was new to filling out grant applications. I had no clue what I was doing. And I took a lot of breaks, a lot of naps, and I cried and had headaches. So don't be like me in the beginning. Get some help. So there's that. Hopefully that's what you're talking about. Okay, you ask for newbies. So those are the basics. So I want to share with y'all more about finding, applying for, and winning grants. If you would like, just put secrets in the chat and we can talk about it. If you want my secrets for winning grants, and I can run through what I usually share with you guys if you got a chance to chat. But you got to tell me also that you got your journal and your pen ready, because I want to go through this information quickly. Hello, Lauren Nicole. That's a nice picture. Okay. So, do y'all have journals? Y'all got something to write with, something to write in? Let me know. Put journal in the chat. Because don't be asking me to repeat nothing now. I'm telling you now, I'm going to be talking fast, and it's a lot of information. But if you listening and taking notes, you can get what you came for. Go get your blessing. Okay. But y'all got to talk to me. Okay, Tay got her journal. I'm sitting here drinking ginger too, y'all. So my throat on fire, but it's so good. Ain't nobody else got their journal, Tay. Oh, well. They must really not want what I got. She said, hold on. You gotta hurry up. Get you a journal real quick. Hurry up. Get you a pen so you can take notes. Ashley Bloom. And then trick me. I'm thinking I'm having a whole nother conversation. You ready? Okay. Lord. So You are about to discover the secrets. Put secrets in the chat. She said perfect time because the baby's sleeping. Okay, let's hurry up before she wake up. Right. Tay said, when y'all come on with me, always have your pen and paper. Lego. So put secrets in the chat if you're ready for secrets, because you're about to discover the secrets to finding, applying for, and winning multiple 4, 5, and even 6-figure grants as a Black woman with a for-profit small business. You can do all of this in less than 90 days. Put the number 90 if you're following along so far. Y'all gonna have to talk back to me. Let me know you're listening and let me know you're taking notes. You can take notes in the chat too. But, if you want the notes available for when we're no longer live, you want to put it in your journal. So again, I'm going to go through the information a little faster than I normally would. And I have a whole lot of information that I want to share with y'all. I got to get this out. We don't have a lot of time together. So that's why I wanted y'all to get your journals and get your pens. When it comes to winning grants as a Black woman, for-profit small business, I have figured out a really simple way to break this down into a formula that's going to allow anyone in any industry to succeed at finding, applying for, and winning small business grants. Assuming you do what Mika been yelling at y'all for an hour, take action. You got to do the work on what I'm about to share. So write this down. A plus S plus K. A plus S plus K. It spells out the word ask because that's what we're doing. Remember we said it's a 3-part formula. But ask equals your success in winning small business grants consistently, because there's a difference between applying and getting approved for a grant. So I'm going to break down each letter in this 3-part formula for you. The A stands for align. Put a line in the chat because somebody's going to say, what was the A? It'll be in the chat. Put a line in the chat. The S stands for strategy. Strategy. Put strategy in the chat. Where my note takers at? Let me see y'all. The S stands for strategy. And then there's the K. The K stands for knowledge. Knowledge. So let's do a pop quiz. What does the A stand for in our 3-part ask formula? Put that in the chat. Let me see who's going to be the first to put that there. Anybody taking notes? I seen it earlier. Align. What about the S? What's the S stand for? We got some people that'll be popping in and out, so we want to have these notes for them. And I can say, scroll the comments. There's your answers. What was the S? Strategy. Very good. What about the K? What was the K for? I know y'all typing fast. I'm trying to be patient. Knowledge. Get it, Lauren. Okay. Align, strategy, and knowledge. A-S-K. Ask. Get it? Now, throughout our chat, I'm going to show you what to align, what to strategize, and how to use your knowledge to win a grant. As a Black woman with a for-profit small business, put win in the chat if you're with me. Oh, yeah, we about to win. We ain't going nowhere. So let's talk about the A. Align in this 3-part ask formula. The first thing you want to align is the reason you're applying for a small business grant and how your need for their funding lines up, matches perfectly with why they're seeking the ideal grant applicant to give away their money to. So Mika's a perfect example. She said she had a need. She found a grant that met that need and she applied. Her need with why they were given that funding aligned. Sharing these commonalities is what helps improve your eligibility. You got to show a grant how your need matches their need to give away that money. So when I say align your small business grant application, I'm talking about making sure that the grant's guidelines match your overall grant goal. And just know that the grant has goals too. The second thing aligning your small business grant application with the grant does is help you to make sure You're applying for the right grant type. Did y'all know there were 8 types of grants? Put the number 8 in the chat if you want me to tell you what they are, and I'll do that coming up. There are 8 different types of grants that are going to fit where you are in your phase of small business. There are 3 phases of small business. You're either in one or the other. Phase 1 is the startup phase. This is where your ideas are in your head, on a piece of paper, in a notebook, in a journal, on your Bapruda, as my little niece would call it, in a thread of emails, in the cloud, in a Microsoft document. You haven't really put your product or service out there, therefore you haven't made money. You're still in the startup phase. That's phase 1. Phase 2 is the started phase, or the sustaining phase. That's where you have graduated the startup phase. You put your product or service out there. You have some customers or clients that know that you have a product or service for sale. You've actually put it out there and made money. You got some testimonials, maybe some written, some verbal, some video. People have told you that what they think about your product or service. You have tested that product, and again, you've made money. You maybe even be filing taxes, etc. So that's the started phase or sustainability phase. Like the money you make in your business, you put back in the business to sustain it. Or maybe you're paying out of your pocket to sustain the business with some other income stream like a job or something, but that's sustaining. And then finally, there's scaling your business. So you've graduated startup, you've graduated starting, you've put it out there. Now you're ready to grow. You're ready to launch another product, another service, reach more customers, maybe reach a global market, go international. You're ready to hire a team or maybe bring yourself on as a staff member. You're ready to scale. Maybe you want to sell the business at some point. That's scaling. So you're either in the startup phase, the sustainability phase, or the scaling phase. One or the other, not both, not in between, not more than one. Which phase are you? Are you startup? Are you sustaining? Or are you scaling? Tell me in the chat real quick. Sustaining, says Soraya. Anybody else? This is important. You need to know it. This is your clue to how to win a grant for your business. Lauren says she's sustaining. Okay. So many grants are going to want to know which phase your business is in. They're going to want to know which one of the 3 phases you're in. And so you can actually win grants based on the phase that you're in. You can also make the mistake of applying for the wrong type of grant. So that's why it's key to know which stage your business is in as a Black woman with a for-profit small business. Now, in order to share with the grant how your business current phase, where you are on your small business journey, and how it aligns with what the grant's goals are, you need 3 ways to talk about where you currently are in your small business. So you want to be able to tell a grant what led you to apply for their grant and how it aligns with their giveaway goals. So you need a short version to talk about that. We call that your post. Put post in the chat. A post is like your 1 word or 1 sentence long way of giving the grant that information. It's a post. The second way, which is your medium version of how to talk about this with a grant, is called your paragraph. And your paragraph is 3 to 5 sentences long. That's the paragraph. Now, when I do a pop quiz, y'all better be ready. These are keywords, okay? And then finally, the longer version, we call that your page. So you got your post, your paragraph, and your page. Your page is like a blog style article length for if you have the room to go into really great detail about your business and your journey and what phase you're in and how it aligns with the grant's giveaway goals. If you got more space, this is where you use that paragraph style. Now, what were the 3? We had 3 different ways to talk about your journey. Can anybody remember the first way? Tay already put 1 in the chat. What was the other note takers? Where y'all at? Thought y'all said y'all got y'all journals. Where y'all at? We got the post. What was the other one? 2. The paragraph. One more. The page. Yay! Now, each of these are necessary. You won't necessarily use them at the same time, but they're necessary for when there's like a small business grant application that's going to say in one sentence or less. Why I say less? In one sentence or less, tell us about your business. What would we call that, y'all? What's our one sentence? Can anybody remember? Was y'all listening for real? Post. Get it, girl. Okay. They may say in 200 characters or in 500 words or less. Or they may have like a word count or word limit on a small business grant application. You just got to know where to plug in the post, the page, and the paragraph. Okay. Now I'll show you how the short and medium versions come into play. So I'm going to briefly share a little bit of my journey with you about how and why I started helping Black women with for-profit small businesses find, apply for, and win small business grants and grant funded opportunities for their small businesses. Put why in the chat if you want to know why I do this for real. I meant why you do this, but thank y'all. So I am the first and the only daughter born to a single teenage mom. She was 19 when she had me. And so I grew up in a low income housing community and on government assistance. And when I was 9 years old in elementary school, I won $89 for reading the most books in my neighborhood during a summer reading program. Y'all remember Book It, where you could win Pizza Hut vouchers? That was me feeding a family, 9 years old, and got a check to do it. You would do it too for a check. So I was featured in my neighborhood newspaper and on CNN television. And so I like to refer to that as my first round of funding. And so I was invited to read for the head of state, our state's Department of Education. And I was featured in a photograph with our first Black school superintendent, our rent lady, and our neighborhood philanthropist, and my mom. And since that day, I went on to win over $1 million in scholarships, grants, contests, competitions, subsidies, sponsorships, giveaways, bursaries, and other grant-funded opportunities. What I just did, if you were listening, is list out the 8 different types of grants available. And no, I won't repeat it because y'all told me y'all was listening and taking notes. You're welcome. So one thing that remains consistent is me applying for funding. Once I learned that grants and grant-funded opportunities were a revenue stream, I kept applying and winning. And I wanted to become a professional at receiving funding. And I was eventually able to make that dream happen. My mom passed away the same day that my divorce from a 5-year marriage became final. And so I took over the payments on her home and I applied for and was awarded 10 years mortgage free. And when I moved out, all $250,000 of the home loan was forgiven. I got over $500,000 of medical bills forgiven. And one of the cars I own today came from using all of my expertise, education, and experience finding, applying for, and winning grants and grant-funded opportunities. So I won my first small business grant in the year of our Lord and Savior, 2020. Y'all remember that year? You was there. But that's when I transitioned into solely finding, applying for, and winning small business grants and grant-funded opportunities for my Black woman-owned for-profit small business. So I hosted an event. I called it the Grant Game. And I wrote a book called Finding Funding. And the event and the book are all about how to find and secure debt-free, non-traditional funding for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business. You can get a copy of that book and watch the replay of that event over at blackwomenandgrants.com when you come join us in our mentorship program. Claim one of the scholarships that we have available. So over time, I shared my knowledge with my private coaching clients. I have shared how they could win up to a minimum of 5 figures in funding. And then I sold thousands of copies of my book to these same Black women, for-profit small business owners all over the United States, starting with our now over 76,000 TikTok followers. And we have nearly 500 mentees in the Grant Game Mentorship program. And as a collective, the last 6 ladies I've talked to have won well over $235,000. All of this is within the last 6 months or so, y'all. So they're winning everything from small business grants, incubator and accelerator tuition scholarships, contests, small business pitch competitions, giveaways, bursaries, partnerships, sponsorships, you name it, we winning it. And I want to show you how to go do that as well. Is that okay? Y'all talk to me in the chat. Because once I started sharing tips from my grant winning journey on TikTok, I had a viral video and it reached about 885,000 views and hundreds of requests asking for my help and my mentorship because Black women were interested in winning small business grants as well. Is that you? Are you one of those Black women? Y'all got to let me know though. Y'all is real quiet. But that's when I transitioned full-time into helping Black women, for-profit, small business owners find, apply for, and win grants via my mentorship called the Grant Game Mentorship Program over at blackwomeningrants.com. This is where I share my top secrets for securing debt-free, non-traditional funding like small business grants and grant-funded opportunities. So my private one-on-one small business grant coaching curriculum features my second book. It's called Grant Secrets, and it's all about my secrets to winning my first 6 figures in small business grants and grant-funded opportunities. Put 100K in the chat if you can use the extra 6 figures in free funding for your business. Because when you align your small business grant application and you include your small business journey, it helps your application stand out. So if you've ever wondered, how do I get my application to stand out? Can I win this? Is this possible? Does this work? I'm giving y'all the secrets to how to do this. When you do it like what I'm sharing with you here, it creates what we call a resonation or relatability with the grant review board. And these are people who are seeking to potentially grant you a small business grant as a Black woman with a for-profit small business. So only 2 of y'all could use an extra 100K. I see you. So one of my mentees, she's on here with us right now. She's also one of my private small business grant coaching clients. She's won $29,000 as a small business grant winner. Her name is Ashley Rankin, aka Ashley Bloom, aka whatever other identity she comes on here with. Hey, Ashley Rankin. She was amazed when I helped her find a small business grant, told her what to say on the grant application, and she won her first 5 figures in funding from a small business grant from the NAACP and L'Oreal Cosmetics to help her launch her skincare line. So grants want to reward you. They want to award you. As a Black woman with a for-profit small business, no, you don't have to be nonprofit to win a grant. As long as your business has a mission and a vision that aligns with the grant and what it's all about, and you're sharing your journey, this can also help you to make that happen every time you apply. So yes, I'm walking with you through that process in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. So in Ashley's case, I showed her how to pitch her business in a video. She didn't want to apply for grants that came with video submissions, but now she has mastered what to say on that video. I showed her how to incorporate her small business journey, all while writing a really good, compelling essay and telling a really good story on her small business grant application. And that's how she won her first $10,000 as a small business grant awardee. Can anybody use an extra 10K? Put 10K in the chat if that's you. Because once you align your small business grant application, that's step one. You could check that off your list. Then you want to go to the S. What was the S in our 3-part ask method? Y'all let me know. What did S stand for? Strategy. So this means that you strategically share your story of startup success. We call that your founder story. Grants will ask you for that all the time, and I'll tell you more about what that should look like on your application. But you also want to share what we call your story of social impact. She said, literally woke up this morning wondering how I could come up with 10K. Here you go. So this part is referred to as part of your grant application strategy. Now, most Black women with for-profit small businesses only focus on their needs for their business funding without thinking about who else winning a grant for their small business could help in their online and offline community. So I'm going to pose this question, and I want y'all to answer as clear as possible. First thing that comes to your mind. When your business wins a grant, who else besides you will it benefit? Outside of you, think of your online and offline community, your customers, your clients, a charity or a cause that's really near and dear to your heart. Put it in the chat. Who else could you help winning this grant? Who else would winning a grant benefit in your life? I see family, I see clients, the people you could reach. What you want to do is make sure you add your service or your social impact to your small business grant application to help it capture even more attention from the people potentially writing you that small business grant check. So let's talk about it. What is social impact? Have y'all ever heard that word before? Social impact? Talk to me real quick. It's a very simple concept, but you're going to see this on a lot of small business grant applications. It simply means to find a cause in your community, social, and support it with your time and or funding impact. Okay, y'all said y'all have heard of it. Did you know that your social impact could help you win grants? Anytime you're applying for a small business grant, you want to make sure that you consider others that you're bringing along with you. This has been known to keep the Small Business Grant Review Board engaged with your small business grant application and involved in considering you for the small business grant, because it shows them how you're also in the work you're doing in your community. And then you're bringing them along too. So when told properly, the story of your customers, your clients that your business serves, that could be a part of your business's social impact. So if you've ever heard the word, or if you've never heard the word, this is how you bring it into a small business grant application. And that's why you want to include it on your application, because telling your story of social impact, it's a very simple way to elevate your small business grant application to get a small business grant committee on board with you by showing them who all you're bringing with you. You're showing them that it's not just about you. It's not just about you winning money. Once the review board finds out that you're sharing your story of social impact, they tend to pay more attention. Did y'all know that? Talk to me real quick. Have y'all ever thought about that? Like, ooh, it ain't all about me. Let me know. Y'all quiet. Where my note takers at? Y'all ain't saying nothing. Tay said I learned that from you. Very valuable lesson, right, Tay? That literally pays off when you show that it's not just about you. It's an important lesson to learn too. Did anybody know that? Anybody else? Tay said she learned it from me. So while we may be familiar with the concept, this is how you use it to win grants. Now, it's not, you don't have to just focus on that on your small business grant application, but it helps for you to share how a portion of the proceeds from your grant wins will be used. So, a perfect example of a Black woman for profit small business owner who shared stories of her social impact was Oprah Winfrey during her talk show era. So, she shared her stage with, she shared the stories of those she had a social impact on. And she did it in a way that kept us engaged, it kept us tuned in, and it kept her funding and her money flowing in. You are the Oprah of your industry. So think of the small business grant application as your stage. Think of the stories of your community, your customers, your clients, a charity or a cause that's near and dear to your heart as your social impact. And then think of the small business grant application reviewers, the check writers, as how you'll keep your funding flowing for years to come so that you can leave a legacy. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Put got it in the chat. If you really are taking notes, you're paying attention, you're not multitasking, you don't want to hear me repeat it because you got it the first time. Put got it in the chat if you got it. Two of y'all listening, okay. Anybody else? Two people got it. Anybody else want to chime in? Show me that you're paying attention. Because if you ain't listening, y'all be the main ones. Now, what was number? We ain't doing that today, so I'm trying to make sure you following along while I'm going with you. Hey, brown sugar, welcome, girl. Okay. The second thing you want to do is feature your own startup story of success. This is called your founder story or your backstory. Remember, we talked about sharing with the grant what led you to apply for that grant. This is a part of that story, your founder story, your backstory that you want to be prepared to share. So, your founder story is now your chance to brag on yourself. It's where you want to share your expertise, your experience, your education. And if you already have some background as an entrepreneur, you share that as well. A part of that journey about why you founded your business and who it helps and how you knew that there was a real need for your business and the problem that it currently helps solve. So you want to strategically use your founder story, share these details, share how and why you currently do what you do in your small business. And on the surface, it seems simple, but what it does is keep you from being and sounding like all of the other hundreds of small business grant applicants who are applying for the same grants and grant funded opportunities as you. And so it leaves the grant committee with something memorable about you and about your small business grant application. This is what helps you stand out among all the others. So if you've ever wondered how to stand out, are grants crowded, should I apply, do I stand a chance? These are your secrets. Let me share with you what happened for someone here on this live. Her name is Tameka Hendricks. She is a swim instructor in New York. And when I showed her how to apply her social impact and her founder story to her small business grant application, she won $5,200 in a collective total of 9 minutes in 2 live on stage small business pitch competitions. You can see Tay standing on stage with her check on the website over at www.blackwomeningrants.com. You can see her in action winning this money. The reason your small business grant application stands out using this technique is because it's different from what grant committees are accustomed to hearing. And so it keeps their eyes, their ears, their attention, and their memory on your small business grant application. Using your story and the stories of those you serve is really powerful. And I have a lot of different ways you can do this, but the 2 simplest ways of doing this is strategically sharing your story of startup success and social impact to show who all you're bringing with you with this potential grant win. So you've aligned your small business grant application. That was the A. You strategically shared your startup story of success and social impact. That was the S. Now for the K. Can anybody tell me what the K was in our 3-part ask method? What was the K? Knowledge. Yay. So the K in the third and final part of our 3-part ask formula is to know your business funding model. This means how you currently and or plan to make money in your business. What? Yes, you got to show a grant that you're either currently making money or how you plan on making money, depending on what phase you're in the startup, scale, or sustainability phase for your business. So you need to know your numbers. You need to know the small business grant application game, because it is a game. We call it the grant game. You need to know how to play the grant game inside and out. It's called the grant game for a reason. Now, a lot of Black women with for-profit small businesses just want to focus on the winning side of grants, but you need to know how to play the grant game in order to win small business grants. And if you don't know what to say on your small business grant applications, then your application could potentially get lost in a sea of all of the other small business owners who are applying for that same funding opportunity as you. So what will happen is you'll start to blend in, but your main goal should be to stand out. So you have to share your knowledge of how your small business is currently funded. That means whatever your business sells, whatever product or service you offer, you have to talk about that. How much they are individually, how much you've made, or how much you can see yourself making in the future, and how you'll continue to fund your business with or without winning a small business grant. And you do so in a way that a grant wants to grant you a grant. In my programs, like the one over at blackwomaningrants.com, I share lots of different tips for how to gain and share this type of knowledge in a way that's going to help you as a Black woman with a for-profit small business win small business grants, meet your grant goals, and then get your small business funded. And it still helps me to win grants to this day. A grant wants to grant you a grant. Now, you don't need a lot of knowledge. You just need to know the key things to share on your small business grant application that work well. So I'm going to share one of my most favorite strategies with you right now because it's one of the most powerful strategies. And trust me, it wins grants. Put the word fave in the chat if you want me to share with you my favorite strategy that I still use to this day. It's called compelling storytelling. You may get this chance to do that by being featured on a live or pre-recorded grant success story. So I was featured on a 70,000 plus subscriber podcast of the small business grant that wrote me 2 grant checks. And the interview was about an hour long, so I won't do a play-by-play. Hi, Shay Love. Welcome back. And so I used the ASK method, and I shared my story, my social impact, and my business funding model, which also I mentioned to the grant how their grants help me fund partial tuition scholarships to my mentorship program, like the one I offer over at blackwomaningrants.com. So this I call the ask in action. And whenever you're asked to do an interview for a small business grant, you want to demonstrate during the interview how your reason for applying for their grant aligns with your startup story of success and social impact, along with sharing your knowledge of your business funding model, all while aligning with the grant's reason for granting the small business grant in the first place. This could literally pay off for you and for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business. So it's all about sharing your admiration for the funding opportunity with the grant check writer or whoever's interviewing you, and the potential future grant applicants who may be watching or listening to the interview. They may want to visit your website or your social media, or maybe even reach out to support. The power of the interview with you as a grant winner, whether you're doing a phone interview, a Zoom call, a YouTube live, a pre-recorded submission, all of it is about you being featured on a small business grants platform, which tend to remain for really long periods of time, like on their social media channels, on their website, on their newsletter and emails, etc. And this is all to help you gain exposure and visibility for your business. So this is a free bonus that you're technically being paid to do. So immediately after these types of interviews with a small business grant check writer, you can also add the best clips from the video to your next small business grant application video pitch. That's to show that you've won a small business grant and you've been featured as a grant's success story. It's like your bragging right, your rite of passage once you get this feature. And then it entices other grants to want to get on board. So I did an interview like that, and I also did an interview before receiving a small business grant funded opportunity with a large financial institution. Now, we're in the for-profit space, so our money comes from foundations, organizations, corporations, and associations, and a lot of them tend to be banks. And so I did an interview with the bank with a $10 billion budget specifically for Black women small business owners. Put the number 10 and the letter B in the chat if you could use just like a fraction of that. Because I was selected as a finalist and invited to do a video interview with a representative from the grant check writer, a member of the small business grants recruitment team, and a past member of the grant funded program. And the interview was about 30 minutes long. And they each took turns asking me questions, and then I asked them a few questions of my own. And so out of possibly thousands of applicants, 300 are selected for this opportunity. During the interview, I used what I call my Getting Grants Rapid Fire interview questions to make sure that I got their attention, engaged them, and left a memorable impression as a standout interview for this opportunity. So it's a great way to showcase your grant interview skills. It's a part of the application for some grants as well. So you got to have those skills ready. After watching my small business grant application on-screen interview skills in action, my private coaching clients were impressed to witness me using the ask method, where I set the tone for a grant winning interview, and then I set an example for how to win a small business grant for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business. So again, this is a skill that you want to start building on. Here's a recap if you just joined us, if you really was halfway listening and not taking notes. So far, you've discovered how to align your small business grant application to include your reason for applying for that specific grant or grant funded opportunity, while also making sure you're applying for the right type of small business grant for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business. And now you know to share your story and your journey that led you to apply in a post, a paragraph, or a page format. And how this is to all be done in a way that resonates and is relatable to the grant review committee. You strategically share your story of social impact by finding a client and or a community, charity, or cause that's really near and dear to your heart to support and to donate to with your time and or your funding. Because remember, it's all about who you're bringing with you, along with sharing your story of startup success. That's your founder story, featuring your expertise, your education, your experience, and your entrepreneurial journey, along with who your small business helps and what problem your business solves and what needs it helps to meet. Hence, the reason for why you do what you do in your business. So You'll want to also know your business funding model, aka how you make money, and what you'll do with or without the small business grant win, along with how to play the small business grant game inside and out, meaning you know exactly what to say, why to say it, and when to say it on your small business grant application or during a small business grant video pitch or a pre or post win for your small business grant interview. Hey, Easy Out Burgers, welcome back. Let me tell y'all real quick about Raven DuVernay. She's a Black woman farmer up in Baltimore. She recently won $100,710 using what I teach in the mentorship program that I shared with her. Here's what she had to say. Dr. AJ's guidance has been transformative for my business. I've always valued continuous learning, and Dr. Austin's advice stood out for being accurate and actionable, particularly her insights on approaching grant applications from the reviewer's perspective. I applied for financial assistance through the USDA, a process that was both intense and detailed. With Dr. Austin's tips, I effectively structured my application, and to my amazement, I was awarded a six-figure sum, far more than I ever expected. This funding has allowed me to elevate my forming operation significantly. Beyond my own success, I also shared Dr. Austin's strategies with fellow farmers, and several of them received substantial financial awards, including one who won $59,000. I'm incredibly grateful for Dr. Austin's mentorship. Her advice has empowered me and many others to confidently navigate the complex world of grants and financial assistance. I highly recommend her to any Black woman entrepreneur seeking funding for their small business. Dr. Austin's insights are invaluable, and her support has been instrumental in our collective success. Thank you, Dr. Austin, for helping us achieve our dreams and for being a beacon of hope and knowledge in our community. Again, that's Raven. Her company is called Dumbarton Avenue Farm, and she is a $100,000 awardee of the USDA Discrimination Financial Assistance Program, or DFAP. You can see a picture of her six-figure check on the website over at www.blackwomeningrants.com. Easy Osberger says, y'all don't wait. Join. My grant is on the way. Easy Os, have you been doing your homework? You've been applying for grants? Let me know. Have you won anything, girl? Talk to us. We got several of our grant winners on here with us today. We got Tay, Ashley, Mika joined us. Let me know if you won some now. You know I want to know. I'm nosy. So when I shared this process with Lucinda, she's also in our mentorship. She told me she had applied to over $150,000 in small business grants. She's now won over $11,000 in grant funding and in grant funded opportunities. And so she was really excited about being in the course. She said it's taught her so much and she can't wait to learn more. Easy Oats, you want to jump on here with me and tell me more? Let me ask you some questions and hear what grant you said. That's why you said it's on the way. I definitely want to hear. Did I see you yesterday in class? Remind me, girl. My days are running together. But let me know if you want to come on the live with me and talk. You don't have to get on video. It can be audio. And let us ask you some questions about your grant win. You was in class? Okay, my bad. You want to come talk to us about your grant? And why you didn't say nothing last night? Or did you? Remind me. I'm trying to make sure. Which grant are you talking about with your win? I want us to get to a place where I can't keep up because y'all winning so many grants, and I'm there now, but you know, y'all gonna catch up with me in a minute. So put me in the chat if you've been hanging out with me. We walked through the ask method, and you now want to know how to make this happen in your life. Put me in the chat because this is what I do. And one of the questions I get a lot is, Dr. AJ, what do I need to do? Or what do I need to say to win a small business grant for my business too? So one thing I know for sure is that there are two types of Black women with for-profit small businesses listening to this live right now. And the first is the woman who wants to go pray about the information that she just experienced, which is code for how she only has like a slight interest in getting grants for her small business, but it's probably not something that she really wants to do. She's someone who has lots of different questions, but she wants to go out and do this herself and take the long, hard, challenging route of piecemealing information together to try to figure things out on her own to see if she can make things happen. So she's interested, but she may not want or is unwilling to invest in getting my help with this actual process. Now, this does work if you have a few years to master it. You know, some people don't have that type of time. And that's the second type of person that's on this live. There's the Black woman who is a for-profit small business owner, and you're listening to this live and you're thinking to yourself, you know what? I think Dr. AJ could actually help me with this. This is an answered prayer because I've already prayed about it. I've been thinking about looking into applying for grants. I've been wanting to learn how to win these small business grants, but from someone who has done it before, someone who is helping others do it, and someone who has done it for herself and she knows what she's talking about. And I really would like for her to kick, push, pull me, hold me accountable, hold my hand, and help me with becoming a small business grant winner happen in my life. Is that you? Put me in the chat if that's you. Easy Oatsburger says, I'm just speaking it, but I do have 2 other competitions and I'm waiting to hear back. I love it. So you're doing that homework. You're doing the work. That's the theme of our chat today, doing the work. If you want my help, if you're interested, if you're like, I really need this, can you help me? Can you mentor me? The answer is absolutely. Go to www.blackwomeningrants.com. There are 2 options there. One is our $97 scholarship program price to get into the mentorship for a full year, to come hang out with me and get mentored. Now, it doesn't take a year to go through the program. There's 24 hours of content. So you have the Finding Funding ebook that I mentioned, that I wrote. There's an app that'll read the book to you. There is copies of replays of trainings that I've done teaching you about grants, what they are, what they're not, what they can and can't be used for, how to avoid scams, the difference between a nonprofit and a for-profit grant, and how we got it so good on this side. It's so easy. And then we walk through things like how to discover your social impact in a way that's going to help you win grants. And I teach you, did I say how to avoid scams? Okay, you need that because it's 25 ways to avoid a scam so that you don't get caught up in the nonsense that's also mixed in with the good information that's out here, that's willing to pay you as a grantee, a grant awardee. So this program is really for those of you who want help and you're willing to do the work. So that means that it's not a great fit for just anybody or everybody. I don't necessarily care about the money that way. It's actually easier for me to just go find, apply for, and win another small business grant for my own Black woman-owned for-profit small business, considering everything I give you in this program. So y'all heard Mika, y'all heard Tay, Ashley's on here. They have all read this book that's in the mentorship. They're all in the mentorship. Some of them are my private coaching clients, but the key is they have all won a grant. So our mentorship is called the Grant Game Mentorship. The first option is to go through the program by yourself at a self-study pace, and you get a full year's access to that mentorship. It's only $97. It's one-time payment, year-long access, and there's Klarna, there's Afterpay, and there's Affirm if you need it. Those are our platforms for payment arrangements. Option 2 is to come join me, Easy Oatburgers, and about 9 other ladies in the mentorship where we are learning together. They're going through the program. We meet once a week, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on Zoom for the next 9 weeks. We started out at 12 weeks, so we're in week 3 together. We just wrapped up that call last night. And you get to ask me your questions as you go through the program, read the book, watch the videos, and apply for grants. And so we help you get unstuck on any grant question that you may be struggling to ask, or if you want feedback on some of your application. That's what these calls are for. So the difference between the two, the $97 one, you go through it by yourself, you take your time, you got year-long access. The live version is $297, same program, same year-long access, but you get me to go through it with you for the next 9 weeks live. holding your hands, holding you accountable, and you're surrounded by the community of ladies that are going through the program with you. So make your selection carefully to make sure you get the option that fits where you are and it matches with your schedule. That is the Grant Game Mentorship over at www.blackwomeningrants.com. And the people who do really well in this program are those that have a sincere desire to find, to apply for, and to win small business grants while they're helping their small business through social impact and leaving a legacy. But you got to be willing to help other people through your social impact. So the great thing about winning a grant for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business is that it gives you the financial ability to help other people, in addition to helping you either start, sustain, or scale your Black woman-owned for-profit small business like we talked about earlier. So it's not only about winning free money to help yourself. I mean, it's obvious that you're going to win money for your business. So it's obvious that your business will be helped. But when you're able to help others along the way through your social impact, it's like you're helping to pay it forward, just like the grant is doing for you. Because when you win a grant, you're also a part of their social impact. They have their own social initiatives. Remember I said grants have goals too? Their goal is to give their grant to the right person as a part of their social impact. And so when you continue to pay it forward, that could have a greater impact for generations to come. And you can have an impact on countless lives that you'll never know about. But to me, that's leaving a legacy. That's building on that generational wealth that we all talk about. So you really must have a strong desire to bring others with you through a portion of your proceeds. So that's who the program is the best for, because this is an ABC step-by-step process. It's very systematic and it absolutely works. We got proof here on the call with us right now. So if you like to learn from one person at like a one-stop shop, not like, let me get a little bit here, a little bit there, mix it all together, see what happens. That's not it. And you also have to be careful who you're learning from. Because what I've noticed in these grant streets is that people are giving out just false information. They're straight up lying to you. So if you're going around learning from different people, collecting a lot of different information, make sure the people that you're learning from are Black women with for-profit small businesses winning money for themselves. That's who does the best in our program, because they're learning from me, because I'm doing this with you. My program is a very easy to follow process where everything is laid out for you. Now, it is an investment of time. You do have to put it on your calendar. You got to do the work. And then there's the small investment of the $97 or the $297. Now, if the investment in this program is going to cause you some type of financial strain, do not do it. What I want for you instead is to take the information I've gifted you so far, benefit from it, and perhaps we'll meet in the future. But the Grant Game Mentorship Program is a complete step-by-step skill building success system. So it's designed to help you to start finding grants, recognizing the right ones that you're actually eligible for, applying for those grants. And I show you how I've done it, how we have some bonus interview calls from some grant winners, and they're telling you what they did. And then you go out and do the same thing. Are there any questions about anything I've shared with you so far? Any questions? Let me know. Now is your chance. Any questions? Note takers, where y'all at? Y'all been writing, you've been taking notes, you've been learning. What questions can I answer for you about anything we've talked about so far? If you got a question about coming to join us in the mentorship, let me know. The key focus for winning grants is to make sure you're actually applying consistently. Even if it's after your first rejection or after your first win, you still have to apply. What I love about the mentorship is that I'm there with you every step of the way. So I'm holding your hand. I'm holding you accountable. I'm helping you fill in that gap of the full small business grant application process. Especially if you've never done this, or if you want a grant before, but it's been a minute in between wins, this is a great refresher course. So when I showed Tay how to complete this process, she was really relieved. She told me she felt calm. She felt ready. She went out and pitched her business multiple times, won cash prizes for her small business in multiple live, on stage, small business pitch competitions. And it all began with one. Now, you're not going to win every grant you apply to. You may not win your first grant you apply to. In Tay's case, she happened to had won the first one she applied to, but she had me by then. So it wasn't something she was trying on her own. So with my help, she won her first small business pitch competition. And that's how your win can happen too. It can be your first one. It can be the next one you apply to. But it's always one. Is anybody ready to win? Talk to me. Let me know. Can you actually see yourself winning a grant? If you're there, if you're still listening, if you can hear me, talk to me in the chat. I've been talking y'all's ear off. I told y'all I had a lot of information to share in a short amount of time, and with TikTok potentially going away, I don't want you to miss it. So I had to do my duty, hold myself accountable, come talk to y'all, share this information, and make sure you get it. Tay said I'm ready to win some more money. I know that's right. Anybody else ready to win? Y'all let me know. And if you're over at blackwomeningrants.com claiming your scholarship price of the $97 to come join us for the next year, let me know as well, because I don't have my computer in front of me. So I'll have to go get it to let you into the learning portal. But y'all say something. You got to talk to me now. If not, we'll go ahead and wrap up. But I wanted to leave a chance for questions if you have them. Did you learn anything? Any ahas, any takeaways, any comments, anything? Let me know. Y'all can hear me, but I can't hear y'all. So you got to talk to me. So, Soroya, what's one thing that you learned, like an aha or a takeaway? I was telling y'all about Tay and how she won her first one that she applied to, and how you can do this as well. It only takes one small business grant application, one small business pitch competition. You can get my help learning how to pitch your Black woman-owned for-profit small business on camera, on stage, via your small business grant application pitch videos that a grant is going to ask. So you're saying what needs to go into the grant application, everything we just talked about, plus they're gonna be some grants they're gonna ask for videos as well. So they're gonna say send your application plus a video pitch. And then you may be like Tay and decide to do a small business pitch competition live, or like Ashley, she did hers on camera, and so did I. So there are different parts of this process, but the big number to me is that Tay, along with several other ladies, have now gone on to win 4, 5, and 6 figures in funding. They've won $5,000, $10,000, and even Raven with $100,000 grant award funding amount. This was all from one small business grant application or one small business pitch competition, live, on stage, and on screen. And so this just goes to show the power of winning small business grants and grant funded opportunities as a Black woman with a for-profit small business when you know what to go do. So over at blackwomeningrants.com is how to come join us and get my help, especially with TikTok potentially going away. This may be some of y'all's last time being blessed with my presence. You're welcome. It's an honor to meet me. It's very nice to meet me. And just in case I don't see you again, you come join us in the mentorship where the movement lives on, and we're about to make the movement mobile. We're bringing y'all offline into our office space here in Atlanta to host some live events centered around winning grants. So you'll meet grant winners, you'll meet grant check writers, and you'll meet me. So you said you bought the package before the name change. There's never been a name change. And if it's less than a year, yeah, you still got access. Or if you want to renew your membership and come join us and finish the work, you're welcome to do that as well. It's over at blackwomeningrants.com. You can email me, just reply to the receipt that should still be in your inbox, your email, and I'm happy to look up your join date, etc. In case you don't want to give me all your information here. What other questions can I answer for you guys before we go? Say our farewells. Hopefully not for the last time, but we'll see what TikTok's talking about. You are welcome, eShine21. eShine, what's your first and last name? If you want to put it in here, I'm happy to go get my computer and look it up real quick so we'll both know before you go. Any other questions about what we talked about today? What you learned? Your ahas, your takeaways, let me know. In December before the new year this year? If so, you good to go. You got a whole year, girl. Any other questions? Y'all talk to me. Y'all got real quiet. Y'all told me y'all wanted the secrets. I dropped the secrets. Questions y'all got? Send me an email. Yes. Let me know. I'm happy to look in that. Can I talk more about my mastermind? When does it open? If it does. That's a good, I see what you did there. So it's not open right now. It's going to come open around the spring again. Maybe. We'll see how these that's in the program do. They on here. We see how they act, and then I'm going to decide to do it again. But you have to have won a grant. And so not only have you won a grant, but you want to master winning multiple grants. Like you really want to make this what you do. Oh, child, we talked about the secret. You can get the replay. The replays are part of the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. Easy Oat Burgers win. Let me see. No, I didn't even email out this time. I just really pay attention to who comes to the lives, who goes through the program, who communicates with me about the success that they're having or the questions that they have. I can really tell who wants this. So that's how our current masterminders got in. I sought them out and gave them that exclusive opportunity to come coach with me for 6 months. They flew out here to Atlanta back in November. They're going to fly back in the spring for their graduation ceremony. And so I just keep my eyes and ears out. I can tell. And there are a very select few that are doing the work. So I watch. So that's how they got in. I was going to say watch for an email, but you never know about me. I could just call you. I could text you. I could send you an email to jump on a Zoom. That's what I did with them. I was like, I want to meet with y'all on this day on Zoom. And they showed up and got in. So that's how that worked. But I keep it very exclusive because I know everybody's not at the mastery level. But these ladies actually scare me with how much they know now. And they're using it. So that's what I look for. Little mini me's, because I would do the same thing if I was them. So that is the mastermind. So we'll see. If I feel led to do a mass email, I will. If not, I may just do the selection process like I did this time. So do your homework. I am watching. And I do notice the more you jump in and out, ask questions, etc. Keep in touch about your wins, your questions about your potential quote-unquote losses. I pay attention to all of that. It's a lot of y'all, but only very few stand out. I know that's harsh, but it's the reality. So there's that. Said probably best how you have it now. We'll see. We'll see. Because only 2 out of 3 make it. I don't know what that percentage is, but yeah, we'll see. No guarantees, no promises. Just keep doing the work. Know that I'm watching or paying attention. I know when y'all check in with me, when you update me on life stuff, when you jump on the lives. That's how I get familiar with your business, what you do, what you're looking for grants for, how I can help, and seeing if my other programs and products and services are a good fit. And keep in mind, there are 500 of you. It doesn't take a lot to stand out, though, because out of 500, only 6 have checked in recently about their wins. But I know we got so many more winners out there, and they ain't said nothing yet. So I'll just be waiting in the wind patiently and just waiting in the wings. What other questions y'all got for me? Let me know. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with the rest of my day. I can always take a nap. I'm always down for a nap and some food, but I also need to go for my daily walk. I hope I don't run into my crazy neighbor with that doggone cat on a leash. Lord have mercy. Anyway, if that's all y'all got, that's all I got. But if you have questions, I'm happy to hang out with you. If you're over at blackwomeningrants.com claiming your scholarship price to come join us in the mentorship, let me know before I go so that I can let you in to the learning portal. You can get access to your welcome packet. You can get started right away. Download, click play, watch the videos today. Hey, them bars. Cat on, girl. Just pray. Just pray. Lord, pray. For the cat, I mean. I don't know if she's able, but just pray. His name is Hammer. Pray for Hammer, y'all. Because I know he going to look at me like, please help me, girl. She feeds you. I can't do nothing for you, sir. But good luck. You better run away. That's all I got, y'all. Thank you for hanging out. I need to go do some chores. I think I was doing laundry before this. I put my last load in the dryer and went to sleep. So now that I'm up, I'm going to make myself believe that I'm going to fold and put them away today. We're going to see how that goes. I did unload the dishwasher, so I'm proud of myself. I did do a chore today. So be proud of me, okay? All right, y'all. Well, no need to prolong it. If TikTok goes away and this is the last time I'm with you, all the information is over at blackwomeningrants.com, MJ, with what comes in the $97 scholarship. Because several of y'all have been purchasing and coming to join us, then email me talking about what's in it. Girl, go to blackwomeningrants.com. Read what it says. I put everything on there. And make a decision on if you want to join us for the $97 or the $297 and come do the program live. It's not too late to join us live, okay? Y'all have a phenomenal rest of your day. Thank y'all for hanging out. Y'all some troopers. Thank y'all for listening to my rants and my yapping sessions. Coming to all my TED Talks. We have over 400 episodes here on TikTok. Can we celebrate the Lord with that? Amen. I'm thankful. Most of the replays are over in our mentorship. I'm going to try to capture the ones that I can that are remaining here on TikTok with our live replays and add them to the mentorship before TikTok goes away on Sunday or whatever day's going to happen. We just want to be prepared. You know, you tell a black person they getting evicted, we gone early. So we already got our boxes, okay? We started packing them last week because I started downloading all our videos. And then we got to go get the lives. We about to be out of here. But if they going to stay, you know, we'll stay on a month-to-month basis as they do. Y'all have a phenomenal rest of your day. Make sure you follow this page, Black Women in Grants. We got 76,000 of y'all. And for the last few times that we go live here on TikTok, hopefully they'll send out an exclusive invitation to come join this conversation. I'm usually live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with y'all. I've been playing around with the different times because Tay said to go later. So here you are, Tameka Sands Hendricks. You're welcome. I see you're here, so there you go. You're welcome. The last week of TikTok. I changed my times. Y'all have a phenomenal rest of your day. Claim the scholarship over at www.blackwomeningrants.com, and I'll see y'all soon. Have a great day. God bless. Bye, future grant winners.